You don't have a ruler on you by chance, do you?
No.
I have all things but a ruler.
I'm making dimensions, so I know how big I'm going and where to start, where to finish, you know? Because you can do it without them, but I like to keep these because they keep me consistent. And
I started drawing because I read a lot of comic books as a kid, and you know, it always intrigued me how people would do different art styles and how they would do them and how they would make it look realistic but not realistic, you know. So I started to try it myself, and the next thing you know, I have a love for drawing.
so as far as my inking progress goes, I mainly use these four. This is a Micron. It's a Pigma Micron. It's an ink pen. This is a 08. It's the head of it is a bit thicker. That's what I use for, you know, thicker lines, obviously. This is a 05, and this one I use for like tiny details because, you know, it's small. You can make really tiny details. Helps a lot. This is the brush. This is what I use for a lot of shading. If there's like a lot of shading I have to do, this makes it a lot easier. And this is the Pigma Graphic, and this is the main one I use to trace everything after I pencil it all, and you know, it makes it really clear. It lines up very nicely. So I'm gonna start with this one.
What inspires me to make certain drawings is, again, mainly comic books. I read a lot of comic books. I read a lot of manga, which is basically just Japanese comic books. And there are so many different art styles. And, you know, I try to mimic them. And because they're very interesting to me, how people come up with these different art styles. And when I mimic them, I try to find my own art style within those. So it helps me out, you know.
Now I'm gonna just use this paper towel, and I'm gonna put it underneath because when I do shading with these, they tend to bleed through, and you know, it causes a mess. And I don't really want that to happen because so far it's looking pretty good, and I don't want to ruin my pages. So I put a tissue underneath so it doesn't bleed through. Alright. So now, since he has blood all over his teeth, I'm gonna use this red, and that is the only part of this whole thing that I'm gonna color. so it looks a little bit more vibrant, I guess.
Art has helped me through COVID-19 as a student. In a lot of ways, it's for me. It's a coping device. It's a time killer. It's relaxing to me. It helps me with anxiety. So whenever I feel down in the dumps, I just pull my sketchbook out and I go at it.